Hey guys, Roy here, and I'm really sorry I haven't been active much on YouTube for weeks on end. I've been experiencing a bit of a rough place in regards to things to do, and so I'm slowly but surely trying to find my way back from there. Also finding stuff and how to how to get things done and how to navigate myself through the roughness, and I mean whatever roughness may be, and just taking my time and just to just get on with it. So with that explained, I'm going to talk about the I Can't Hear You tour with Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens, two of the most popular modern day post-hardcore / emo bands out there. And me and my girlfriend Emily and her dad, we went on the 19th of May on a Monday back in May. I just said May. And and it was in Philly at the Man. So where do I start when talking about this? Yeah, so I I showed I showed up at my girlfriend's Emily's house just a little bit late. I mean, I was supposed to show up early to get ahead of traffic, but my sister who could drive. I mean, I can't, but because I can't drive, I had to ask somebody in my family to take me, and I asked my sister, but she stalled a little bit, so I was a little bit late, and luckily Emily and her dad weren't too. Actually, they weren't mad. They were barely even mad at all. Just I still showed up. So we arrived, and after driving to Philly, the first time I've been back to Philly in months after the Palais Royale concert I went to with my friend, and yeah, so we arrived there and we got in line as we waited for Emily's dad to find parking, and the line was it was lengthy, but it moved fast. And like the Avril concert, a lot of the people here, they went all out for their aesthetics. It was just wow, unbelievable. And so I noticed that as we were waiting in line, and as we were waiting in line, we took a couple pics in front of the tour bus, and yeah, we the line went by fast. We we were heading to after Emily, his dad scanned our tickets. We went inside and we found a place to stand, like, and we stood there while we waited for the show to start. The first opening act was uh, a group called Daisy Grenade. And they were all right. I mean, I'm not really big. I haven't heard their music, unlike Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Veil. So I wasn't really big on. So me and Emily weren't really big on them. I mean, we thought they were all right. Their songs were a little bit vivacious, if that's even a word. And so like we, and so like yeah, I mean, at least compared to my other friend, my other friends who have been to who are mega fans of Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens, they've been to a lot more concerts than I have. So like, yeah. Every now and Emily's dad would leave the spots we were standing in, and like to get us food or drinks, and like, yeah, like that, yeah, like because we were standing there for like hours and hours. And soon enough, Sleeping with Sirens came on, and yeah, it was and as you may have guessed, excitement ensued. And yeah, this was my first time and Emily's first time seeing Sleeping with Sirens. Like Emily wanted to see them when she went to When We Were Young, the festival back in October, but she couldn't because they were like at a different part of the festival. So like, yeah, so but she got to see Kellen Quinn sing that song, King for a Day with Vic Fuentes in that song. And Sleeping with Silence were good, so yeah. But even though I love them, I have my memory's a little rusty when remembering a lot of the songs. So I'll just stick with the ones that I thought were the highlights. There was the first song, Kick Me, that they opened with. Another good one being Better Off Dead. Which I remember like when after one of the songs, Kellen told everybody in the crowd to hold on to the person next to them that they showed up at the concert with, which was, yeah, it was pretty sweet, and that was nice. Then they did some acoustic songs, like I think the one that I remember the most is With Ears to See and Eyes to Hear.
I can't believe the damn thing they say anymore. You pay for your sins. You pay for your sins. So tell me, how does it feel? Does it feel to be like you? I think you're not strange. Let's fucking go. Won't you please calm down? Whoa, calm down.
Do It Now, Remember It Later. And soon they played one of their signature songs, If I'm James Dean, You're Audrey Hepburn. And their other signature song, If You Can't Hang. So yeah, they were really cool. and Kellen's energy was super infectious. Yeah, like the set list was pretty good overall. I mean, I was slightly disappointed that they didn't play my favorite "Sleeping with Sirens" song, "All My Heart," but you know, you can't have everything. So yeah, after "Sleeping with Sirens" was done with their set, they left the stage, and we waited for a couple minutes. I mean, not a couple minutes, for like another half hour for Pierce the Veil to come on, which soon enough they did. And by the time they came out, the sun has gone down. Since by the time the main act comes on at concerts, the sun has set, which adds on to the magic. And whereas Sleeping with Sirens during Sleeping with Sirens the stage had red lighting. The stage for Pierce the Veil's set had had a greenish lighting. Now to talk about the highlights of Pierce the Veil's set. One of the most standout songs on the set list, aside from King for a Day, was Caraphernalia. They also did a sort of cover of "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies. Before we go further, I also want to talk about two particular moments that were, aside from the songs themselves, that were particularly noteworthy at the show. Like this being when Vic noticed, I can't remember if this was either once or twice, but when he noticed some people in the crowd that were like fainting or passing out, and he asked if they were okay, and hopefully they were, really hopefully. The other was this one other moment where during the show he was like, "When someone falls, what do you do?" And the whole crowd responded, "Pick them up." Yeah, that was a really that scene reminded me of Chester from Linkin Park, and how he at a concert asked the same question once. Then there was Emergency Contact, which was a really good love ballad that Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens are really good with love ballads. And then for the final song, they played King for a Day. And as you know, that's when Kellen came on stage with Vic and the rest of Pierce the Veil to sing that song.
So are you ready?
So yeah, Emily Emily like saw this. Emily already saw all this like happen at when we were young, but it was still really awesome for her to see that again. And yeah, I would yeah, like it was good for me to see for the first time too. It was during this time though that we had to get going because as Emily told me, it's usually during the last song of a concert that her dad like wants or them to like get going to avoid traffic. So so yeah, like we were starting to leave, and even as we were starting to leave, I was still like recording. I was still recording the rest of as much as I could of King for a Day. And as we were walking to the parking lot, me and Emily were still singing. I mean, Emily was singing the lyrics. I was trying to sing the lyrics because even though like I something I forgot to mention is that even though like these two bands, I'm not like super deep or in depth into the music yet as much as I can, so much that I can remember the lyrics from the top of my head like I am with other bands. Oh yeah. Something I also forgot to mention is that these two things, like at one point there's a lot of crowd surfing going on, and yeah, there's this one really short guy who looked older than me who like was running around shirtless and like trying to get other people to lift him up and so he could crowd surf. I mean, he was crowd surfing, but like that was a little weird. Speaking of crowd surfing, there's this one girl behind us who like tried to get us and a couple other people to lift her up so she could so she could crowd surf. And yeah, and me, Emily, and Emily's dad were like lifting her up, and it was like kind of weird but kind of funny at the same time. And at a couple different points when Emily's dad like went to like get food or drinks, he like the crowd like moved in towards the stage, and it was like a little, and not gonna lie, it was a little suspenseful for us because like looking for or Emily's dad in that crowd at first was like looking for it was like looking for uh never mind, I got no metaphor. I'm surprised he was able to find us at all in that crowd, like especially like with the sun setting. And so like about I think either an hour and a half later, um I was dropped off home by Emily and her dad, and so and like and then yeah, so yeah, it was a good that was and on the way back we were talking about several different things, and it was pretty cool, like especially since my phone was almost out of battery, so I couldn't so like yeah so yeah, that was really fun. So like um before I wrap up this video, I want to sum up like each band. Daisy Grenade was okay. Me and Emily weren't like really into their music. But we thought they were fun enough. Sleeping with Sirens was like so good too. Like they knocked it out of the park. Like Kellen, I aspire to live up to the energy that Kellen has whenever he's on stage. And the rest of Sleeping with Sirens deserve a lot of props too. Like Nick Martin, the rhythm guitar player, he was so good, like just grandiose. Justin Hills, the bassist, was also pretty good. Like his bass lines were like like super. Not like. Well, personally, wouldn't like consider them like the most standout bass lines that I've heard. They're still pretty good on their own. And Matty Best, the drummer, was also really good. So yeah, like the percussion was like probably the most like a lot of concerts. The percussion is probably the most impressive part. Like, or at least in terms of like, wow, that keeps the energy going, the adrenaline pumping. And now an analysis on the center of this video and the concert, Pierce the Veil. First, let's start off with Tony Perry, the guitarist, and probably the second most popular member of the band, other than Vic himself. His guitar playing was so good, like it was top notch, and apparently, from what I heard, very intricate. As like there's so many techniques to it. Then bassist Jamie Preciados, I hope I'm saying that right. His bass lines were also pretty good. I couldn't really. To be honest, I couldn't really hear them from like the places me and Emily were standing at. But like, yeah, they were pretty good. They helped the songs align with each other. Laniel Robinson, the touring drummer, he was pretty good playing live too. Like even though he's a touring member, he's still a pretty good one. As I said for Matty Best for Sleeping with Sirens, his drumming live was pretty good too. Mm-hmm. And at last, we talk about Vic himself. His playing and singing, as you can guess, this is all I have to say about it. I mean, he was in another league of his own. Like he just like yep, I like singers who can also do instruments are that's fantastic enough on its own, but like being able to have the energy to like sing, play guitar, remember the lyrics while playing is just, for me that's pretty amazing. Like he's able to do that. Like several other pop punk / emo vocalists that also play guitar that I've seen, like Tom DeLonge and Mark Hoppus, Billy Joe Armstrong, Patrick Stump. So yeah, that was my perspective on my experience of the I Can't Hear You tour. And yeah, like even though I'm not like super deep into the Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Veil fandoms, they're still pretty good. They're still really great bands, and like yeah, like their music is really can make you feel either good or can make you go wild. And yeah, if you had an experience at this show or on this tour, and like you had fun, and if you had an interesting story to tell, then comment down below and let me know what it was like for you. Thank you, Emily, for this wonderful first concert date for us. It was not bad. It was fun. It was fun to see her enjoy it. For her to see Pierce the Veil a third time and Sleeping with Sirens for the first time, and me to see both bands for the first time. That's a lot to say. And I hope any of you who had any added fun at this concert, I hope you have a good next concert for whatever you're going to. My next concert video will be, I'm super excited for my next concert video. It's going to be a blast. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay cool and stay good.